Let me ask you something. Where the fuck is YouTube's customer support line? It looks like I've been weeping. I haven't been. There's just something in my eye. I'm not as upset about this as this one eye would have me to believe. But where the fuck is YouTube's help number? Am I just old now? Is this what being old looks like? Is that you just is that like a thing that is good and you're like, this is good. There's no reason why we wouldn't ever have stuff like this. It's just good to have stuff like this. It just goes away. They just stop. Like our helpline's not a thing anymore. Am I like old and entitled for assuming that I should be able to like talk to somebody if there's a fucking problem? Because like YouTube has a help center. That's a thing, but it isn't helpful. Like this is my fundamental problem with the YouTube help center is that it's a list, it's a menu. It's like, here are all the ways that you might have fucked up, and here's how you solved them. I didn't fuck up, YouTube. I got the little message that says, oops, something went wrong with that terrible little dog. The terrible little picture of a dog chewing through a wire. Why isn't the dog dead, YouTube? The dog should be electrocuted. But that's all I got that. That means you fucked up. You made a mistake. And I don't have any way to tell you that you did that except tagging you on Instagram. Jesus Christ. This is what my life is now. Revelator comes out tomorrow, and it's got its own channel and everything. It's got its own podcast feed. You can go to revelatoraudio.podbean.com, and from there you can get to you'll be able to get to its Spotify. You'll be able to get to it on Apple Podcasts, all that stuff. You won't be able to get to it on YouTube. It's looking like. Looks like you won't be able to get to it on YouTube, because every time I try to connect YouTube to Podbean, or just like anytime I try to like add a podcast feed to the YouTube channel, I just get that little picture of that dog that should be dead. The kicker for all of this is that instead of the first episode of Revelator being like locked and loaded and ready to go, it's not. It's just kind of sitting there as a draft in its little spot on on Podbean, unfinished, because of the way that like uploading stuff to YouTube through Podbean works is that you can only do it while you're uploading the episode onto Podbean. Like there's a button you press when you're uploading the episode onto Podbean that then pushes it off to YouTube. It generates the YouTube video and then it pushes it off to YouTube. But you can only do that while you're publishing the episode for the first time. Like if you don't do that before or while you're publishing the episode, then you can't go back and create a new YouTube video for that episode. And because the error message I got from YouTube is so vague, it wasn't a flat out, this won't work. It was just, oops, something went wrong. Maybe try again later. But I have just enough hope that, I'm going to try again later. So instead of the episode being scheduled and done and not being a thing I need to think about, I mean, it is done, it's finished, but I haven't scheduled it yet. Because I want to make sure that the YouTube stuff works before I schedule it. Because if I don't put it on YouTube now, it's not going on YouTube. Because I can't go back and put the things on. I mean, I could manually make a YouTube video, but that's annoying. And then I have to do that every time. And then they all look different. I'm having a bad day. But Revelator comes out tomorrow, and you should all be very excited. Okay, bye.